Hello guys, this is Watch Better again here. Today we got a very nice game between me and an international master Michael Kimmerman in Toronto 2010. It's featuring a very nice end game, one of my best end games I've ever played. Uh, again, very slow and accurate play. So let's just go back to the game and we're gonna show some nice tricks in the end games. I played with white, d4, knight f6, bishop f4, London system. One of my favorite openings when I play against strong players. d5, e3, c5, c3. And you can see here, like this pawn is very, very strong, protecting by the e and the c. Knight c6, knight d2, bishop f5, knight f3. And here, black played queen b6, attacking my pawn on b2. Queen b3, to protect, c4, take, and the rook is putting a pressure along the a file. So I played a3, he played b5, and again, here is something I need to show like in details. If I play any simple move, let's say h3 for example, he gonna play b4. So if I take, I'm losing my rook, and if I take this way, he will take with a knight. And I can't take the knight because he can take the rook again. So, and of course he's threatening knight c2 check and attacking the knight and the rook. So in this case, clearly we have an issue with the rook here, with the position with the rook. So I played rook c1. Now all those tricks with b4 thing doesn't work anymore because when you play b4, I will just simply take it. Or I can even take to the other pawn. So doesn't make a difference. Now, what's happened is he played h6. Now, he's trying to play knight h5, taking my bishop. So I played h3, e6, bishop e2, bishop e7, castle. And here he played knight d7. What's his idea? He wants to go from here to b6 to a4 and attack my pawn on b2. Now what to do? Simple life, bishop d1. Now I'm watching this square, so if the knight jump over, I can take it. Or if I don't want to do that, if he played this say knight b6, I can just go bishop c2. If he take me, I can take. Simple life. Now the pawn is protected. If he doesn't, let's say he played knight a4, I will just take here. He will take. Then again I play rook c2 again. Now get double pawns and still the pawn is protected. So bishop d1 by white, this move here, it's a very important move. So he played simply f6. Doesn't want to deal with all these things. A simple if I play rook e1, my idea is to play e4 and open that file for my rook. He played e5 back, and then he played e4 blocking the move of this pawn. Now he's thinking that he's actually putting these pieces into like custody or something. Like those pieces looks really funny at the back here. However, there is something surprising gonna happen. I played knight h4, bishop h7, and now check. White all of a sudden is very active from nowhere. King d8, knight g6. Now attacking the rook and the bishop. Now here's the problem. If you take here, I will take it. All these squares, the white squares here, they're all weak, and you don't have a white bishop to cover them. So this is gonna be a disaster actually. So what's happened is he simply played rook g8. Okay, now what I should do? Simple life, free his pieces. f3. Now we're asking the difficult questions here. What are you gonna do with this attack? Knight f8. Black asking white to move his knight to decide where to go with the knight. I played knight e7, king e7, and you can see here the rook and the king are on the same line, the same file. So I said, let's just take here, and then he took d4. Again, he doesn't want to go bishop e4 here because we'll have the same problem. Take and take. And those squares are all weak, and there's no white bishop from the black side to defend these things. So he played d4. I played rook f1. Now, as you can see, the rook now is very active on this file, and the other rook will come to this way. We're gonna see what's gonna go next. g6 by black, asking white to move from this diagonal. Bishop e2. Now he played now f5. Now those pawns looks actually strong, but what about this guy, the bishop? He's dead. He can't go to nowhere. He has not even one single square to go to. So what I did is I played d5. Now here's the thing to explain. White has to be very aggressive, very fast, and react right away. Any slow moves, anything silly doesn't work here. Like, black is very close to solve this problem. He can come to d7 and watch this square on e5. He gonna move his rook somewhere and then move his bishop. So if you give him time, he will organize himself. So you have to act fast. d5, knight d8, and now rook c d1. So for that, now the rooks are actually very active on the open files. Knight d7. Now, if you give a black a chance, he will come with a knight to f7 and put one of the two knights on e5. So what you're gonna do? d6 check. King e6. And now here we got a very nice move that white played. It took like 5 seconds. So stop the video and try to find it. White played here knight e4, sacrificing his knight. Basically, if you go here, it's a checkmate right away. White in the middle of the board. So what the black did, simple life. He played knight e6. He couldn't take the knight, but now black is a pawn down in an end game, and white even has the bishops. So played back, went back to d2 with a knight d5, and now knight f3. What's happening here? We are challenging the knight and protecting the pawn on d6. Very, very important. Rook g d8, check, take, and again the pawn is under attack, but we are attacking the knight first. So knight f7, rook f e1. Now if you take the pawn, let's say with the knight, we have this double check attack against you, the bishop and the rook, so doesn't work. So black played king f6. He stepped away from the e file of the rook. I played bishop f3, and again I am attacking the pawn on b7. So if you take my pawn, I can take your pawn. So black actually felt tired of keep defending this position this way, playing passive all the time. Although he should be like more patient here. Like I think maybe rook d7 is a good option here. I think so. Just to block the pawn and defend the pawn on b7 from the bishop. I think rook d7 looks like a good defense, and give yourself a chance maybe to bring the bishop back. But what's happened is black just lost his nerves and he played knight d6, and he said to himself, let him take the bishop. If he wants to take the knight and then I take the bishop, the pawn's here with the bishop, that's fine with me. However, we have an issue here. Here what's happened when he took, I played bishop e5. I didn't even take the pawn on b7 or the knight on d6. So now we have a situation here to solve. Where the king gonna go? This is a very difficult question to answer, actually, believe it or not. What black did? He played king e7 and said to himself, if he take here, I will take there, and let him take the pawn on b7. However, I did bishop g7 check, king d7, and now bishop h6. I'm still attacking the pawn on b7, and I grabbed a very important pawn on h6. Rook e8, black now looks a little like more active, but again we're gonna find a way to deal with him. Rook e5. Now if you take on e5, I will take it, and then we have a very nice spin on the knight, so you're gonna pick up the knight the next move. So black played knight f7, attacking both pieces on the bishop and the rook. Check. Knight d6, bishop f4. Another attack against the knight. Rook a6. Now I have this situation. The rook could just get into the game, and of course the bishop can even come to g8. So I said to myself, you know what? Let's go to bishop e5. I'm gonna block this whole thing. Black played bishop g8, and he asking the tougher question, where they're gonna go. So I decided to play this way: take, and then king f2. Now, if I take on b7 with a bishop, black got rook e2, and we have an attack against the b pawn, and black will be very active. This is very dangerous for white. So what I did, I played king f2. The rook is not allowed to come through the e file. b6, rook e1, and now bishop e6. Of course, black doesn't want to exchange rocks, so he's blocking the e file. I played rook e5, bishop d7. Black has no choice after rook e5 because this pawn is under attack. So bishop d7 is forced. Now we're taking the rocks, and black is ready to play g5. So I played h4, king e6, king e3, and now bishop d7, king f4, king f6. And if you look at this position, you can see clearly this pawn cannot move, this pawn cannot move, the king cannot move, because if you go anywhere, I will play king e5. This pawn cannot move, this pawn can't move, and this pawn cannot move. Only the bishop is working here for black. So I played d5, and asking black the tougher questions. He played bishop c8. Now g4. Now if you take, I will take it. Now, not just all the black pawns and king can move. Now we have a problem with the bishop. Where's the bishop gonna go? So if black decides to go to b7, I'm gonna just go bishop e6, and this bishop is now not doing anything in the game. Sooner or later he has to move, and the game will be decided. So what black did is he kept everything as it is, and he played bishop d7. So I took on g5. He took me back, and I played h5, bishop b8, putting some pressure on the h4 on the guy over here. I played h6, bishop, and now he played king g6, and now the winning move. Just take 5 seconds, try to find it, please. I played here bishop h5, check, and black resign. Basically, if you go king h5, there's an h7, and if you go king h6, I will go bishop e8, and it's over. I hope guys you like the game and those tricks in the end game. This is one of my best end games, so I decided to share it with you guys on the channel. If you like the video, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel to support us, and have a good night. See you guys, bye bye.